Hey YouTube, guys and gals that's watching. This is a house. A guy contacted me and he needed to get rid of a house. And I bought it just only driving by, didn't come in the house. There was already a guy living here. And I've had the house for a few months. The guy that lived in this house has moved into another house of mine. He wanted a bigger house. And so Mark and I have come over. We're going to do a few things. This is an old skeleton key door. It's got a pretty good gap in it. You can see the gap right there. That's past sealing up. So you see that door. Mark and I are going to put that up. You see the hole in the wall here where the door handle is. Well, no, the door handle hadn't hit that. So I don't know what knocked it in, but we're going to fix that. We were at 84 Lumber and were able to buy it, or did not buy it. They gave it to us. They had a busted sheet, so they gave us a square. And we're going to do the, you know, where you do a hole saw, and then we'll do a hole saw here, but we'll leave the paper and then stick it in there. We're going to do that, fix that up. We're going to do minimum work to this house. There's a center here called the Jesus Center, and it helps people get into homes and houses. And they were asking me if I had a house for someone. And this house just happened to come available same time they called me. So I told them about this house. The people that's wanting the house has come and looked at it. They're fine with it. They said they would do their own painting and such as that, because I was like, if me and Mark come in and paint. And my original plans was for Mark and I to come in here and just rework this house completely over, get the rent up $550, $600 a month. But I'm going to try to help these people, work with the Jesus Center, and do minimum work on this house. But I want to do things like, you know, you can't rent a house to somebody and the doors gapped open like that. You know, when I bought this house, this guy that lived in here, I just let him just stay just like he was, because I bought it and he lived in it the way it was. He wasn't under contract with me or anything like that. And now that he's moved into one of my other houses, he's under contract with me. And so, you know, he's in a nice home. But we're going to change out a vanity in here and we're going to put a vanity in. We're going to fix some things that are broken, patch some things, you know, holes and things like that, and make it nice and presentable, but keep our costs down to where we can help this family. And so anyway, we're going to see if that works out. It may not even work out, but we're going to try to. And I'm going to start tearing this door out right here and get ready to put the whole new door casing and all that in. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just trying to give you a little explanation of what's going on here, because this is not my usual, you know, to come into a home like this and, you know, just tear it apart and redo it. And so anyway, just trying to explain to you kind of what we were doing with this. Whoa, timber! Mark trying to kill me.
No, sir.
What about that border up there around the edge and this lime green room?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. But the people that were looking at it said they'd do their own painting to, you know, to keep the expenses down. door and door facing and everything's out. We're ready for that other one. Let's see how this is going to go. Given an option, I'd have rather had a 36-inch door. And I started to do a 36-inch door and trim this out to make a 36 fit. But we got to come over on the aluminum siding. We would need to come an inch over on the aluminum siding. Well, I don't want to cut this aluminum siding. And so we're going to make a 32-inch door fit. And that's why I'm not going to put a 36 in. I'd rather have a 36 because of bringing appliances and things like that out. You got more room in and out. But I don't want to cut this aluminum siding. So if it was just cut this out and that out, on that side right here, if you can see through this window there. But either way, we was going to have to cut the aluminum to make a 36 work. So just couldn't do it.
And I do like the way this one works.
Okay guys, this is what we were talking about the other day on the guides. Like this one, you see you've got this mark, then you just got this and that line, and I have trouble running that line. And Mark said he does the same thing. You know, that's if you want to cut right on your mark. And then the way this one is, and explain how you just used it.
All right, on this one, instead of just having the wide open gap, you've actually got a 0 marker that you can follow your line with. I don't know if you can see it there.
Yeah.
But it's a whole lot easier to follow your line in this small than it is something that's
like this,
wide open.
You've got to run your mark up against this. I've also heard other people say they always had trouble with that. And I had a guy tell me a long time ago in Milwaukee was easier to make a good straight cut with. I don't know if I ever told you the story, but one time we put a door in a house, in an old 200-year-old house, which is my house I live in. We put a door in 3 times with a level and it wouldn't open and close. I went and got my wife and I said, you stand back there, and when that door looks level with the house, tell me and we'll screw it in. We did that. The door's worked perfect ever since. We'll see how this one is, if it'll go in and work or with a level or not. There's an old 2x4, back when a 2x4 was a 2x4. New 2x4, not as wide as the old 2x4. All right, we're gonna cut the next 2x4 for the other side using the Milwaukee 12. What is going on?
Oh, big old knot.
Big old knot. Struggled a little bit with that.
Yeah, didn't like it.
Didn't like that knot. Now that is the 4.0 battery, not the 6.0 battery. We've got 2 pieces of 2x4, but that knot right there, it didn't like that. We're gonna have to rip this 2x4 just a little bit to get our right width there. I want to make it good and tight where it fits in there snug. All right, now Mark and I are going to rip this piece of wood with the 60-volt DeWalt table saw. Now guys, that takes some power right there to do ripping. That looks good, Mark.
Seals up good out here.
Yeah, seals up good here. Great. Good right there. Good right there. Good right there. But you can see there's a gap right here. And there's not down at the bottom. So we're going to have to cut a shim, rip a shim to go in there and take up that gap because the door's square. The door is level. Door is done. Locks are on. It shuts good. You push in just a little bit to deadbolt it, and that really seals it up tight. We've got it all caulked in. Tomorrow I'll trim it out. Looks good. Well, as always, guys, Mark and I say thank you for watching.
Thank you much.
We'll see you on the next video.
Have a
Y'all
good
take
one.
care. God bless. See you again.